Going on, people? What is going on? I know I'm going on a little bit early, but I thought, why not? Why not? Why not? And you are now tuning in to another rendition of what we call K Styles Chronicles. Now, just gonna wait for a few people to come on in. And today we are going to be speaking on the recent Atlanta Falcons news. For a lot of people that may have already heard, ATLEO, what's going on, man? Jamarius, I see you in the building, man. So, just waiting for a few more people to come on in. There you go. Raheem, Trauma Locks, D. Coleman, Keyshawn, Vlad. Hey, man, appreciate y'all coming in, man. Y'all already in the building. Now, as Atlanta Falcon fans, we have recently just heard yesterday that the Atlanta Falcons have finally found their defensive coordinator. What's going on, Juan? AKA the therapist ATL. Like I said, make sure you just show some love to everybody in here. Now, I'm here to give my thoughts on the new defensive coordinator. If those that's in the back that does not know, the new defensive coordinator is Mr. Ryan Nielson, who was a former co-defensive coordinator and D-line coach for the New Orleans Saints. And it kind of got met with a mixed bag of reactions. Look at Illinois, what's going on, man? Hey, appreciate y'all tuning in to us. Now, let's get to what we're going to talk about here. Um, Like I said, shouts out to y'all that's tuning in. Shouts out to everybody that's having a good day. It's a good sunny day out here, by the way. But Mr. Ryan Nielson. Now, as anybody that's been following me for a little while, as well as following Mad Mike Sports, AFN, GSN, um, I was on record to say that the guy that I was looking for to was Brian Flores. But as we already know how the Atlanta Falcons do, especially with this regime, is they get they kind of under the radar with a lot of their signings and people that they bringing in. Um, so I had to do a little bit of research. I had to do a little homework. But you would think, okay, this is the Saints. This is a rivalry. We've seen what they've done against us over the past few years, and beyond popular belief, I like this move just for the simple fact that if we paid attention to what Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot was looking for going into this offseason, was the main thing they was looking for is, well, the goal was to improve the interior pressure on the defensive line. And as we look at the resume of a Ryan Nielson, hold on, what is, man, wow, you over there knocking knots off of folks. But like I said, definitely, I like it. Just from the resume that he's coming from, is he's exclusively a D-line guy, and what has been one of the major talking points as far as where a lot of people thought that this team needed to improve upon this offseason. What did they need to improve on? Oh yeah, we've heard the defensive line talk. Everybody was looking forward to this year's free agency because you have a couple defensive linemen that you can get, and And it comes at a time where we finally have the money to do so. So why not bring in a guy who is adept at developing talent? That's the key word right there. Development of talent. Man, Mike, shut the hell up, Tom. Do I need to sing the song for the people right quick? Nah, but if we look at where his resume comes down to, he came into the Saints organization in 2017. That is the exact year where they decided to quote unquote change their culture as far as defense, as on the defensive side. And here's a very good number for those that might know, that might not know, is that the New Orleans Saints over the past 6 years totaled up 280 sacks. I don't think the people in the back heard me. 280 sacks since 2017. And I know y'all may have heard my sports say is the key word of all this is development, and a guy that's going to be here not necessarily for the long term, but who may be here longer than a 1-year stint. Devon, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, D. Coleman. Yeah, there was a drastic change from the New Orleans defense from 2016 to 2017. Yes, and it definitely is much needed here. It's for those, but like you said, if a lot of people don't know or haven't paid attention outside of just looking at Saints games and just hoping to whoop the shit out of them every chance we get, we essentially got the type of players that he is used to coaching as far as the entirety of the defense, which is an attacking style defense. This is what New Orleans do. The biggest difference is it's going to be a lot more man coverage. Somebody, look, I was about to say, somebody done got their car smacked into by somebody. My bad. That's not a fire alarm. That's a car alarm. But I like it. It's one of those underrated hires because, you know, Brian Flores, Vic Fangio, Evero, these were like the big names that were circulating around, not only from Falcon fans, but from Falcon media as well. Like, everybody was pushing it. And like right underneath, this cat right here ended up being something that may be a better fit for what the Falcons are trying to do than what those other two coordinators have done. This should make Grady Jarrett very, very happy, because, like you said, you got the guys like Timothy Horn, you got guys like Taquan Graham, you got Abdullah Anderson, you got Dalton. Like, these are guys that were okay. They were good for what we needed them to. But you bringing in a guy that has a history of knowing how to elevate defensive line talent. Let me see. Let's say Coleman said Ebiketie is about to go nuts. Devon, you said, do we see other Saints coaches following Nielson to the Falcons as well? It's a possibility. Usually when you're getting new coaches like that, they're usually going to bring guys that they're comfortable with. ATM, what's going on, man? What is going on? Trauma said Falcon probably ain't got 100. They probably ain't got 100. Yeah, like I said, I decided to come on a little bit earlier than what I normally would. That was normally scheduled time. I said I might well go ahead and get it out the way, get this off my chest a little bit. And to a lot of the folks that may not look, they may look at this and say, well, this may not be it, or quote unquote, this dude is Jiffy cornbread compared to skillet cornbread, from what I've heard. A lot of times that you don't necessarily have to have the biggest name. This is what we have to learn about this team. This defense, despite the struggles that it had as far as getting pressure, getting sacks, getting turnovers, the one main thing that you would give a plus rating on this past 2022 defense with the Falcons is in the second half, they've allowed the fewest points, and they've allowed the fewest average points per game in the second half than any other team in the NFL. Which is nuts to really think about that. So really where a guy like this comes into, this makes the Daron Payne looks very, this may intrigue Daron Payne to want to sign with the Falcons for a little bit less than what his market value would be. Like, you got these guys, Javon Hargreaves, whoever, like I said, if you're going to spend money like that on the defensive line, like these type of guys, like one thing we have to know about free agency is that guys are looking at coaching staffs as well. And when we talking about coach staff, is what do these defensive coordinators like to do? How do they develop players? How do they make players better? Like I said, from 2017 to 2022 season, the New Orleans Saints averaged 46 sacks a season. 46. Can I get an amen? I ain't going no further till I get some amens in here. Amen. 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 Yeah, yes. Now, what am I saying here is I'm not expecting the Falcons to, with him, to be getting 50 sacks a season, but what you want to do, hallelujah. But what I expect to see them do is, with this guy, is to help develop the young guys on defense. It like I say, it's a good it's a good signing. Don't let these other jackasses tell you this is not a good thing, because it's not the big name signing that everybody expected. A lot of times, what may be good for you ain't always diamond. It ain't always gonna start off as a diamond. Christy, what's going on? Appreciate you joining. Marcus Bell, South Side. Yeah. Yes. Michael says, think we get that Davenport guy from New Orleans in free agency since we got this guy? Like I said, it may be a possibility. It may be a possibility. Like I said, he may bring some guys from New Orleans. But like I said, that here say, she say, I don't know how that's going to work out. They might want to come, but the main thing that I'm looking forward to is the development of this defensive line. And to be honest with you, with this type of hiring, and I always, and we've been quoted to say this, the Unholy Alliance have been quoted to say this, our first round draft pick is going to be depending on who's going to be the defensive coordinator. Proven said he's salty as hell. Why are you salty, man? It says Saints D also or near the top 10 in rush yards allowed, sacks, third down percentage, and points allowed from 17 to 22. Yes. Yes. And I think another thing that makes this real good too is we finally, like I said, it's finally a story with the Atlanta Falcons that doesn't have to be involved with the name Lamar Jackson. DJ, appreciate the $2 sticker, man. Appreciate the two. He said, Southside said, we all know Drew happy as hell about this pick up the churches. Yeah. If you didn't get a chance to see the heavy hitters on Wednesday, Jew Talk Sports, shout out to Jew Talk Sports as well. One of my brothers, but that's my brother right there. Said, I don't get, like I said, I need defense to be the focal point. Damn skill positions, damn offensive line, damn all that. Give me my defensive trenches. And that is, like I said, that is a key. Like I said, the Atlanta Falcons are not trying to build this team to be the sexiest team anymore. We have to get out of the notion that we need this team to be sexy. We have to we have to dirty it up. We have to. And this is why, and I don't want to talk about Lamar Jackson like that, but this is why we say that as popular as Lamar Jackson would be to Atlanta, that ain't the move. Because you're not building your own culture by having that. Trey Hill says, I think this is a great pickup. This is why I say he knows the NFC South teams and look what he's done to the teams, and he's a good D-line coach. We're happy where we need him. Yes. Yeah, like Anthony White here said, the Saints had 250 plus sacks in the last 5 seasons with Nielson coaching that defensive line. Oh yeah, I don't know if y'all. Keyshawn says, oh yeah, y'all haven't heard. Now Will Levis's name is creeping up into that top 5. His name is creeping up into that top 5. Let me make my Mel Kiper prediction this year. Let me see. Could I do it every year with Mel Kiper Jr.? Will Levis is going to be one of the top 2 quarterbacks taken out this draft this year. That's going to be my prediction. And what that does, if his hype able to sneak Will Levis into that top 5 pick, that gives us a better opportunity to get certain guys, where it may be Miles Murphy, Tyree Wilson, like you said, Brian Breesy. I know Brian Breesy. Like I said, anybody that's so based on the Ryan Nielson hiring, if I make any guarantee, I think Miles Murphy might be that first pick. Based on this defensive hire, this DC hire, based on Ryan Nielson being hired, I might make a guarantee that Miles Murphy is going to be a Falcon. Wall Smith said it was good. I think this was great hiring. He's more of an aggressive play caller. There's a lot of man coverage. Facts. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Like I said, this is episode 2 of K-Styles Chronicles, man. Like I said, we doing something a little bit different this year. Give y'all a little something. Give one-on-one personal time with your boy K-Styles, man. Like I said, I definitely appreciate that. Devon says, I want Murphy to be the first pick. like I said, with Ryan Nelson as the DC, I could definitely see the Falcons getting Miles. Miles Murphy will probably be on their, like, this is how I'm thinking how their radar is going to be. We, like, the first two pass rushers, they probably going to be gone. We don't know though. We don't know. That's the first thing we always say. We don't damn know. It's Will Anderson, Jalen Carter. I think the third guy on that list is Miles Murphy. I like Tyree Hill, not Tyreek Hill, but Tyree Wilson. But it's some in his game that I can't warrant would fit with the Falcons. I'm going to just say that. Wallace says, I think we go with a corner with the first pick if we don't pick one up in free agency. It's a possibility too. But I don't, if the Falcons go with a corner, they're better. Like I said, the only way I say the Falcons will go with a corner is if they trade back in the draft. They have to trade. I think if they go with a corner, they would trade back to the mid of the first round to get that. And if they do that, hey, it is what it is. I just don't need another off season of we need a goddamn quarterback. I'm tired of doing mock drafts where they say the quarterback is the number one thing we need. Josh Gibbs said Tyree Wilson over Murphy. I just go from my personal opinion. Like I said, from my personal opinion, I don't think so. It's like it's a certain inconsistency in his game that I don't really see really translating. But like I said, that's just my personal opinion from what I've seen. Like I said, it's all good. Yep. Coach said that too. Yep. Like shout out to Coach Unchained. Y'all make sure y'all show him some love too, man, because Coach be giving us the game as well. I think we bring in a corner. If we don't bring one back, sign him. I think we will re-sign him. Yeah, because the news is coming out that Patrick Peterson wants to play with the Falcons. That's very interesting. I would never thought I'd say that, to be honest with you. Yeah, like I said, Brian Breesy, like I said, the only thing that concerns me with him is the injuries. But outside of that, like, he's a damn good nose tackle. And it would help a lot. You call me said somebody gonna foolishly take Levis over Stroud. It's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. Well, Isaiah Oliver is scheduled to be an unrestricted free agent this year, so we definitely got to see how this offseason play out. Yeah, like, I'm big on Javon Dexter just based on when Arthur Smith and they were talking about interior pressure as far as the defensive tackle spot. Like, he has an acceleration at that D tackle spot that I think this Falcons definitely need. But that's like a second, third round type of guy right there. They're usually the guys that I kind of focus on anyway. Like I said, that's not necessarily a guy that you don't necessarily need to draft in the first round or like I said, draft him too early. Pat North. But Pat North, yeah, I've been looking at actually, you the one that put me on the A.T. Perry last year. When I found out he was going back for his senior year, I kind of went off on it. D. Coleman said, any middle linebackers in the second or third round that could fit Nielsen's defense? And I definitely got to give a shout out to Blackberry, coach, the therapist, basically the whole squad on the AFN squad. Um, like I say, Jack Campbell is something. So is a name to really pay attention to. I like Drew Sanders out of Arkansas, but Jack Campbell is definitely a name to pay attention to. We're doing a little bit. I'm doing a little bit more like scouting videos, scouting shorts. So it's some particular names that I got listed down that I'm doing. Like I said, if you go and check out the 6-man draft profile, I got the playlist already up, and we done did a few names. Like I said, for me, I like to more so concentrate on the later round picks because these are usually the picks that will definitely make up your team. Yeah, Jack Campbell is a motherfucking monster. He a monster. He can tackle and cover. I'm gonna just say that right now. Like I said, that's a name to pay attention to. That's a name to keep your eye out on. Let's see. Nolan Smith could be a Falcon. I like Nolan Smith too. Everybody know I'm a Tech fan, but I like Nolan. I like Nolan Smith. But the thing, like I said, the way that this draft is going to be going is all going to depend on what the hell the top 3 teams do. Because the crazy thing is, the Chicago Bears could take a quarterback. Hell, the damn Houston Texans might take a defensive player. We don't know. Like I said, it's gonna be something funny. It's gonna be something funny and hilarious. And it's a beautiful day out here. Like I said, y'all make sure if y'all get a chance to just sit on your porch, go outside and just chill out, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and do that because it is a beautiful day out here. What I put IO at free safety. Isaiah Oliver, nah, I wouldn't put him at free safety. I keep him right where he's at. Okay, D. Comer said Kalinja Chansey. I have to look more into him. I don't know too much about him. I just know that he's undersized, but I have to look more into it. So, like I said, I will definitely I definitely pay attention to a lot of these. Like I said, I just look at a lot of and I have to throw a Georgia Tech plug up here, but like I said, Keon White is a definite good bookend for this defense as well. Like you said, another late round guy from Tech, Ace Ely. That's a either late round guy or undrafted free agent that can definitely help the Falcons as well. He's one of those type of linebackers that definitely would benefit with Ryan Nielson. Yeah, like I said, this is just the Q&A part right now, man. Like I said, everybody just ask their questions and I answer. You can still claim Gibbs. I mean, I still claim Gibbs. God damn it. He got 1 year at Alabama. He got 2 years with us. I can still claim Gibbs. I just say fuck Nick Saban. That's all I say. Damn all that. Mike Morris. If Jalen Carter is gone, what do you think about Siaki Ika from Baylor? I said this on the Heavy Hitter show, and I said this is a good opportunity for say. Siaki Ika is hit and miss for me. As big as he is, and the only reason I say he's hit and miss is like I told y'all, what y'all have to do instead of looking at defensive line when it comes to the trenches or any player like that, don't look at the highlights. Look at the snaps. Look at the like with him in particular, you look at the Baylor D-line highlights as far as the totality of the game. And the problem with Ika is, as much as he gets double teamed, his one-on-one game is not that good. And like I said, he could be worked on. But like I said, that's one of those things that that's just one of those things that it just gave me that I don't know. Like I said, I know he about 6'4", 350 pounds, but he played like he 290 pounds. But yeah, just go and look at that. And like I said, that's just my opinion. Like I said, everybody's opinion differentiates. Billy Mills, what's going on, man? D. Sloan said, who would be your ideal pick at 8? The ideal pick for me will probably be Myles Murphy. It'll be Myles Murphy because he has a gear. He has a gear that he hits and is consistent throughout the game. Now, like I said, he doesn't always hit home, and like I said, sometimes his gear leads him to get his ass goddamn going past the play. Said Jalen Carter is my idea. Shit. If Jalen Carter falls to 8, I don't see the Falcons not passing up on that. Let's just keep it real. I know we're talking about D, but if it happens, if we lose McGarry, we got to get DeJuan Jones from Ohio State, second, third round. Now, if you're talking about a tackle, I like Cody Mock from North Dakota State. I like Cody Mock. He a little light. For 6'6", he's light as hell, but think about it. You get you an offensive lineman that ain't got no teeth. We ain't good. If he ain't got no teeth, he ain't got no teeth for a reason. Yeah, Josh, we already know Carter ain't gonna be there. Ain't nowhere in hell. But hell, we've seen crazy. Now that Reich is in Carolina, how much for Derrick Brown is the question. Players might want to start leaving. Now, if you're talking about trading for Derrick Brown, like you know that 8th pick gonna get involved too. So you make sure you know what you asking for. Make sure you know what you asking for. And to be honest, like I said, I'm not really into trying to trade and, like I said, trying to trade for players. Like you said, if you're bringing in a developmental guy for defense, you don't have to worry about trading for nobody. Yeah, Devon, that motherfucker ain't got no fronts. His fronts is gone. Go look him up. And it's very interesting, too, because the Cody Mott is a left tackle. He can play both sides, but he's primarily left tackle. And he's pretty much a guy that if they thinking about trying to look for the future behind Jake Matthews, I think a guy like a Cody Mock will be pretty good. DeJuan Jones from Ohio State. I like him too. What's that dude from Georgia? Bernard something. I don't know his name like that. Do you call this? Yeah, Cody Mock is spelled Mauch. That motherfucker ain't got no fronts, but he plays with a nasty aggression, and and he's an athletic tackle too. So that's why you see him at left tackle. Yeah, Broderick Jones. Yeah, like I said, if they're looking at tackle at that spot in the second round, they may potentially trade up for a guy like that. If Carter is there, we taking him because it's much harder to get pass rush from the end. Yes. Yeah. I definitely agree. I don't see how you would pass up on him. The only way I would see they would pass up on a slight chance that happened if they had already traded back. He said he looked like he come from a long line of wrestlers. You ain't shit. Nah, damn that, he don't need to get them shits fixed. He don't need to get them things fixed. And the thing I like about Cody Mott is when he's in the second level, he has the same aggression. them gummy mouth. Exactly. But like I said, all I say with him is y'all go ahead and look at North Dakota State offensive line gameplay at left tackle and see for yourself. Like I said, don't go just off of my word. I want y'all to go see for yourself. Said K Styles, we haven't had any luck picking DNs in the 8th pick. And like I said, if that's the case, like I said, you can trade back. You can get you some value out of it. You can get you another. You can get you another second round pick. Like you said, you still got pass rushers out there. Like Nolan Smith is out there. Lucas Van Ness name is popping up. He's kind of iffy to me, but like I said, you can see it there. Or hell, like I said, even if you might want to take a chance from that Felix dude from Kansas State if you trade back. Like I said, Keon White, Zach Harrison, all these guys like that are out there. why y'all gotta do that man like that? Why y'all gotta do him like that? They look like the Wendy's biological father. Oh my good. Oh my goodness. Our train can't go with young talent too for this defense. Yes. But like I said, we gonna find out what this free agency is gonna be like. This free agency is gonna tell us a lot about where this Falcons is gonna go in the draft. With Darnell Washington from UGA be a pick up in the second round, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Darnell Washington lasting in the second round. He ain't gonna last to the second round, to be honest with you. He might be late first round. But if that's the case, I don't know if the Falcons would take a chance with that. Because you still got a lot of defensive help that you can get. And I forgot about BJ Ojulari. There's another name out there. Like, these are guys that can definitely fit into what they need to do. If Carter ain't gone by 3, I'm calling Indy about the 4th and see what it takes to swap. That's a possibility too. Just know that you ain't gonna have a second round pick. You still might have 1 3rd round pick and 1 4th round pick. But it depends on what the deal would be for him. Nate Tank Dale Houston could be a good replacement for OZ. He's just flat out good. I have to look more into him. I'm gonna throw some more. Now, the one wide receiver in this entire draft that I'm kind of big on for the Falcons, and I don't know if a lot of people seen the mock draft that I did, but Jonathan Mingo is a guy that intrigues me as a Falcon more than really any other receiver in this draft. Just for the simple fact that if you look at where they're going, you need a wide receiver that you need not necessarily a big wide receiver, but you need a guy that's physical enough in the run game. And Jonathan Mingo is one of the best run blocking wide receivers in this draft. So I'm kind of big on him, and that's a guy you might be able to get in the 4th or 5th round. Like I said, I'm gonna have that one coming up here soon as well. But Mike, I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah. Let's just say Cody Mott just looked like he took a bite out of crime. Let's just say that. You took a bite out of life. But like I said, I'm gonna give a couple more minutes. Like I said, definitely appreciate everybody tuning in to it. Like I said, I plan on doing these a lot more. Like I said, I want to make these more so Q&As than anything. So that's why I always say, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and leave your questions in here. So this is what the Chronicles is gonna be about. It's not necessarily, like I said, it necessarily be Falcons news or news of anything else, but also Q&As. Oh, Millie Mill said, what's his name again? Cody Mock. And CODY, you know how I spell Cody, Mock. MAUCH. He said, why should we take Michael Mayer, though? They've been going left with the first pick under this new regime. No. They necessarily don't need a wide receiver too that high. You don't need to take a wide receiver you don't need to take a tight end that high at this point in time. I knew if I say that motherfucker ain't got no fronts, I knew Devon crazy ass was gonna be the first one to come up with some. The wide receiver you was talking about. What was you was talking about? The wide receiver I was talking about. Jonathan Mingo. That's the guy I was talking about. Jonathan Mingo. That's one of my favorite guys in this draft too. So, and like I said, and I'm gonna have a new prospect coming up in here soon. Actually, this guy's actually one of my favorite guys in this draft this year that I actually paid attention and looked at. I'm just gonna say the name J.L. Skinner. That's like I have an affinity for him right now, so that's gonna come out soon. So I'm gonna let y'all get my thoughts on that as well. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up too much long. Hold on, Michael said Quentin Johnson, London. I can't see Quentin Johnson. I can't see Quentin Johnson. Not no Falcon. Nah. Like I said, I'm kind of with you on this one. I can't have that. I can't have that first round pick being on offense. I can't. I'll be disappointed. I'll be disappointed if they go offense with the first pick. Hey, if anybody really paid attention to last year's draft, I was kind of disappointed they went offense. I'm glad, but like you said, looking at what Dre London has done, like I said, I'm happy they did. Shit, you needed a wide receiver one. Vlad, what's going on, man? That offense sells, but defense got it. But offense can sell until you run into a defense that can stop it. As that offense sells, defense wins championships. That is the truth. I mean, the first 3 picks don't necessarily have to be on defense, but at least 2 of them got to be on defense. Said corner. Vlad said, I'm just expecting a corner. Like I said, if the Falcons go corner, if the idea of the Falcons going corner in the first round, it would ideally be with them trading back. Shit, Falcons. Look. I about to say, the Falcons have been a top 5 offense in this league between 2016 and 2021. No, 2019, and we ain't win shit. So I think they gonna go ahead and change the narrative on that. I don't care about offense no more. I want my defense to be good. Knowing Terry, we gonna get back and get Charbonnet. Not Charbonnet. Not Charbonnet. Not the running back. Nah, if they looking at drafting a running back anywhere high like that, Jahmyr Gibbs would probably be the definite pick. And you've heard Mike say that. You've heard Mike say that Mike did a video on this. Y'all make sure y'all go and check that out. Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs. If they think about getting any running back within the second, well, late, if they trade back late first, second, third round, Jahmyr Gibbs is the perfect fit running back for what the Falcons are doing right now, especially being a change of pace guy for Tyler Algier. I like Bijan Robinson, but he doesn't fit what the Falcons need. But I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer, man. Like I said, I just want to go ahead and get this out the way. I just want to get this out here. You got any hold on, wait a minute, Vlad said. You got any top targets after the hire? I might have missed the part. Top targets, you talking about as far as free agency, or you talking about in the draft in general? Like, y'all better do what Michael said. Y'all better like before you leave. In free agency, like I said, Deron Payne because I've heard Terry Fontenot mention Deron Payne's name before. So that may be somebody that may be intriguing, that may be the most intrigued for them in free agency. I don't really see Jesse Bates. It's a possibility, but, well, I know Deron Payne may be the number one guy as far as the first day free agents. Yeah. Let me see another guy. I think they said the Giants cut Leonard Williams too. I think. I gotta be sure. That may be another guy that may be on the radar as well, if he's a free agent. Let me see. Davenport being brought in, yeah. Yeah, like I said, it opens up a whole lot for what this Falcons team can do. And I think necessarily what the hiring of Ryan Nielson has done is it shut down the Lamar Jackson talk. Because if you're bringing a guy like that in to be your defensive coordinator, like I said, he's going to want guys. He's going to want focused guys like that. Because if you actually look at the Falcons offense is missing some pieces, but it's not as far off as most people think it is. But what's going to end up happening is the focus is going to be on the defense. And I'm down for that. I'm down for that 100%. It should have been like that for years, but like right now, I'm down for it. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get up on out of here, man. Let you go ahead and get the rest of your day, man. So till next time, like I said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you, like I said, make 6-Man K Styles, man. Mad Mike Sports, Utah Sports, Atlanta Falcon Nation. You go Blackberry Lil Rex. You got Coach Unchained. You got Champagne. Champagne Conversations. You got like I said, we big over here, man. OG Sam, OG Truth Hurts. You got Cookie by Nature. Like I said, we big over the conglomerate is big. So until next time, people. Deuces.